What's up, everybody? So, I figured it's time to talk about more stuff within my system. I haven't talked about this stuff in a little bit, mainly because of the break and everything, and I've also been very hesitant, mainly because I just didn't know what to talk about. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is a very kind of my system specific role. I don't know if that's really a thing or not, but I'm going off of what info I have. So, within what I'm told. Now, two of my others, being Matilda and Zombina, have very specific roles that are catered to them. They are called keepers. A keeper's role is essentially keepers of memories. Zombina keeps the positive memories of things like childhood and so on and so forth that, honestly, I wish I could remember. Like, she keeps, mundane and good things. Matilda holds on to the trauma that I've dealt with. This is important mainly because she keeps an eye on everything. Now, I don't know if these are really their roles or not. I'm just going off of what I remember hearing within this and what I'm told. But if what they're telling me is true, and I don't really know why they would lie to me anyway, that means they are two of the most important others within my system. Now, to keep this from being an overly short video, I feel like I need to kind of explain how they do this and what happens if something were to happen with their role. So, let's use Matilda as an example with her jars of, trauma-based sort of stuff. And they are kept in jars on a shelf, basically. For Zombina, they are, rainbow colored, but for Matilda, they're, dark rain clouds. And they kind of just float in the jar. However, occasionally, those jars will break, giving a trauma memory or, a good memory a chance to come forward. That can be either a good or a bad thing for my system, because it can cause me to have issues and to basically spiral downwards, or cause me to be in a really good mood because I remembered, hey, I remembered this really cool thing. Now, I do have a history of having the ones Matilda has break more often, which, surprise, surprise, is why I deal with a lot of my issues using this, and I talk about it a lot. That being said, it's not that she doesn't do her job properly. She takes good care of things, and her role is essentially to keep them contained until I'm ready to handle them. On the flip side, let's head over to the city of Apocalypse where Zombina lives. Her job is to release those good memories when needed. Now, that being said, most of the time there are memories I don't need very often. They're, like I said, they're mundane. They're stuff that I just randomly remember. But there are really some good things there that I need sometimes, and we're working on communicating that better. All that being said, their roles kind of pale in comparison to others because they're very simple. They're not like protectors or, gatekeepers or anything, and they don't generally front that often. I'm sorry about moving the camera, it's sitting on my lap desk because I don't want to bring up my normal setup for this. It doesn't make their roles any less important. It actually makes them a little bit more important than some other ones, which is making everything I'm saying really confusing. Basically, they matter. That's what I'm trying to say. The role of keeper is simultaneously easy because it's simple and, you just keep a drawer from breaking or you open one. But it's also difficult because if there's one slip up with either one, all of that's going to come flooding back, and it can be dangerous, like harmful, not very fun to deal with, what have you. And some of the stuff that Matilda has kept jarred away for me is memories of self-harm, some memories of trauma that I dealt with, like, I don't know, I guess car crashes or something, I don't know, like, really awful trauma-based things that I'd rather not experience again. So, that's essentially what a keeper is, and what they do. But I do want to talk about, like, what I think would happen if they were to integrate. Because I don't talk about that very often. I don't like the idea of integration. I know it's a goal for a lot of people, and it does happen. You know, sometimes you can't control it. It's not really your choice as a host. And sometimes the host can integrate. So, it kind of goes a little crazy sometimes. And if I do get any of this wrong, just know that I'm learning. You know, I'm trying to understand all of this better. But, I forgot where I was going with this. Crap. And there's a lapse in memory. I'm a little out of it. I'm tired. I'm not feeling very well. Got kidney stones again. Lucky me. But, anyway. With integration, I would essentially have to either those are just going to sit there forever and not be touched, like the jars are just going to be there. I mean, there's another thing of having to deal with all of them at once, which is terrifying, or I would just end up healing from everything and looking back at stuff and going, okay, it happened. Those are the three possibilities of what happens with integration, for these two in particular. And honestly, that scares me more with Matilda than it does with Zombina, for obvious reasons that I told you. But, I do kind of want to talk about something else in this video. I just don't know what else to talk about. So I think I'm going to end this video here. It was just a little blip that came into my head, like, hey, talk about some more roles as for two of your others, and that's basically all I got. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you stopping by. I always do. If you like what I do here, consider subscribing. It makes me smile, make all of them smile. You're beautiful, you're valid, and you're important. That is very, very, very important to me and everyone else here. And I will see you in the next video I make. So until then, goodbye.